Hello everybody! So I am back at Universal Studios Hollywood and it is a beautiful day today. Now one of the big updates at Universal Studios Hollywood is that there's no temperature checks required to get into the park. And there's also no reservation needed to get into the park. So I'm actually going to just walk right in right now without a reservation. So I am here today obviously to check out any updates in the park, but mainly to check out any updates on the HHN maze construction. So follow me along, why don't you, to Universal Studios Hollywood and we will speculate Halloween Horror Nights 2021. Oh my goodness, what in the HHN is going on over here? Looks like they've been doing quite a lot of construction work. I mean, look at all of this. Pretty soon, before we know it, all of these stacks of wooden walls are going to be creepy walls. I mean, hopefully. Like I've said previously, nothing has been confirmed for this event so far, but I think everybody has high hopes, especially considering all this maze construction that's happening. I mean, look at this. Now, this maze over here is rumored to be Pandora's Box. Now, they had this maze back in 2019 at a different location. So it'd be interesting to see if they would bring it back or possibly do Pandora's Box 2, perhaps, or add a couple of things to the old maze. Either way, that would be awesome. Man, it looks to me like they are working off the clock to get these mazes done. And FYI, Pandora's Box was over just past this maze over there, kind of near tram loading down the stairs. And also Us was over there as well, and that was a really good maze as well. It'd be nice if they brought that back one of these days. Now, you can't really see from the video, but the walls inside look kind of red. So what I can see, like redwood, I don't know what that means. And over there it looks like is where the end of the maze is. Now this maze over here is rumored to be Beetlejuice, which I could see them putting Beetlejuice here very easily. Now to me, that wall in the front looks like it could be Dante's Inferno from Beetlejuice. They could set that up. That's what I think. Now what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to be Beetlejuice? Do you think that's Dante's Inferno in the front? Just comment below what you think. Also, check it out over there. It looks like a board. It appears to be a fire. Right there you can kind of see the yellow and the orange or the red. So that makes me think it's part of the Beetlejuice maze. Of course, that also could be for Pandora, but I could see that being in Dante's Inferno. So, guess we'll see. I'm so excited to find out. Now, Beetlejuice is rumored to be in other areas of the park also, but I feel like this would be a good location for it. Because Beetlejuice, I feel like, is going to be a big deal for HHN this year. It's going to kind of be one of the main attractions, one of the big mazes. So it'll probably get the highest line of people. So I could see them definitely putting it right over here rather than the Parisian courtyard where it's also been rumored to be. I could also see Beetlejuice being on the Metro lot over where they used to have Ghostbusters, but I haven't really heard anything about the Metro lot, so I don't know what's going on over there, if they're going to use it for this event or not. Now FYI, all of this is a backstage area, but it is within guests view. It's by Curious George parking lot. So if I were a team member and I were backstage just filming all of this and taking pictures and all of that, then that would be a big no-no. That would be a mistake, but this is within a guest view. On that note, I wanted to bring up that this used to be the area for Scare Base, or where the Halloween Horror Nights scare actors used to get ready for the event. And that's been going on, I think, as long as HHN has been going on. I could be totally wrong on that. I know it's at least been going on since 2009. On the first level is where the scare actors come to get their costumes and put on makeup and just get ready for the event, basically. But now Scarebase is so close to these two mazes they are building over here that I wonder if they'll have to move Scarebase somewhere else. Which I don't personally mind as being a past scare actor if they move locations for Scarebase. But you have to understand, this event has hundreds of scare actors working it. There's so many mazes, there's a lot that goes into it. So finding a space for that many scare actors I feel like might be a little problematic. Okay, I think it's now time to move on to the next location. Till next time, Beetlejuice maze or whatever you are. Hopefully we'll hear some kind of announcement soon about a maze announcement or HHN happening this year. That would be super awesome. And I can't wait to come back in a couple weeks or so and see what progress is being made over here. Okay, so this is the situation right now with the wait times. It would appear that Jurassic World, the ride, is a whopping 180 minutes. Transformers is 120, The Mummy is 120, and the last show for WaterWorld is at 5:15. Now, I've been told that people have been lining up for WaterWorld an hour, even more, before the show just to catch a glimpse of it because it's been filling up really quickly. So if you want to catch WaterWorld, I would definitely recommend lining up soon. We also have Flight of the Hippogriff is 40 minutes, the studio tour is 140, Secret Life of Pets 55, so I guess it doesn't have a virtual queue today. Here's the other wait time. So yeah, it's a bit of a crowd today, but we'll see how it is. Okay, so here's another HHN speculation. I forgot to mention this last week, but Walking Dead is rumored to possibly make a comeback. Now, this rumor was also back in 2020, but obviously the event did not happen. So I think the speculation is, if they bring The Walking Dead back, are they going to bring it back to its previous day ops location right over here? Did they ever take it down, or do they still have a setup over here where they could just easily put the maze back for HHN? That is the question. Now, the Walking Dead maze was at Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood for quite a few years before it became a day ops maze right over here, which means it was available during daytime operating hours at Universal Studios Hollywood, but unfortunately they took it down at the beginning of 2020. But for the Halloween Horror Nights Walking Dead maze, they had it at the upper lot, I think the first year, with a good scare zone. They also had it over on the lower lot for a while. They had a scare zone on the Metro lot. Walking Dead was around for quite some time. So it will be interesting to see if Walking Dead is indeed going to make a comeback and if the maze is going to be right behind these walls. Okay, so now we've come to the Parisian courtyard over by Mel's Diner, and check this out. This was not here the last time I filmed. Now, this is also speculated to maybe be Beetlejuice. People are wondering if the book is possibly set up to be the handbook for the recently deceased from the movie. I don't know if this is the handbook for the recently deceased, because what's iconic about the book and the movie is just the front part of it, the cover, and this looks like a book that's open. Also, honestly, Beetlejuice, I don't know, it doesn't fit into the scheme of some of the other mazes that they've had here. Beetlejuice would be a good maze maybe for the Metro lot, like to replace Ghostbusters, something like that. Or over near Scare Base at Curious George, like I said, but I don't know if they would put it over here necessarily. All right, you can kind of see it a little better over here. There's like a little crease in the center. You can see where there's like a cover for a book, perhaps. Now, what I keep hearing as a maze rumor over here is The Bride of Frankenstein Lives. Now, I would say that maze would definitely fit into the scheme of some of the mazes they've had here. They've had a classic monsters maze here. They've had Blumhouse over here. They had Holidays in Hell over here. I think that would fit really well. And I saw The Bride of Frankenstein Lives over in Orlando. It's such a good maze. I feel like, honestly, this would be the perfect fit for it over in this area. Another reason people have speculated this to be The Bride of Frankenstein is because of the nature of the very tall walls that they're building inside for the construction, which is similar to the tall walls they had at The Bride of Frankenstein Lives in Orlando. So in that instance, it makes sense that this would be a perfect fit for The Bride of Frankenstein, but I guess we'll see. And as I've said, so far there have been no announcements for Universal Studios Hollywood. No announcements saying that the event is happening, and no maze announcements. So this is literally all just speculation and rumors only so far. But they've made an announcement over at Universal Studios Orlando that they are having HHN. So I think everybody is super hopeful that they'll make an announcement over at Universal Studios Hollywood really soon. Hi! Oh my gosh! Really good, how about you? Oh, it's so good to see you too. You look so beautiful today. Oh my gosh, I try. Oh, I feel so short.
No, you are beautiful. It doesn't matter how tall you are.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, and here's another look at the Parisian courtyard maze. You can kind of see over the wall there. I mean, look at that. Those are some tall walls. Like I said, just like The Bride of Frankenstein Lives. And one thing people said a lot about The Bride of Frankenstein Lives maze over in Orlando is that it was just such a beautiful maze, and the set design was just spectacular. And like I said, I was able to go through the maze back in October, and I can say that that is absolutely true. The set design for the maze was just stunning. And it had very tall walls, a lot of detail to it, a lot of space. So I could totally see them utilizing the Parisian courtyard for this spectacular maze. It'll be interesting to see if this wall over here is for The Bride of Frankenstein Lives. Guess we'll find out, hopefully soon. Well, even though HHN hasn't come yet, we do have another monster over here holding fort, and I think he's doing a really good job at it too. Hey there, how's it going? So Frankenstein, are you holding fort before Halloween Horror Nights happens? Hopefully. I mean, you're the best. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Totally. It's okay. You're the best monster here, though. Looks like you're holding up fort. Yes. All and toes too. Everything that across my hair even. Okay, so now we've reached the maze location by the mummy, right over here, which you can see from the Universal escalator. And if you zoom in close, as you can see, there appears to be a little house in the middle there. What that is, nobody really knows, but it's up for a lot of speculation. Now, as I said in a previous video, this is speculated to be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is a maze that they had back in 2012. But as far as what kind of Texas Chainsaw Massacre maze they're gonna have, nobody really knows. Is it gonna be the classic Texas Chainsaw? Is it gonna be the remake? What is it gonna be? And over there, you can see the entrance of the maze, what looks like a house. To me, that house looks kind of similar to the one they have over here. And that's usually where the entrance to the maze is. Now, I'm quite fond of this maze location because they have had mazes here, such as Silent Hill. They had the Evil Dead maze over here. They had the original maze back in, 2014, I think, the Clowns maze, and that was a really good one. And they've had Killer Clowns over here. They've also had Trick or Treat. Oh, and of course, one of my favorites, they also had The Shining over in this location. Now, I was actually in the Silent Hill maze back in 2012. I was also in the Evil Dead maze in 2013. And I did the Trick or Treat maze quite a few times in, 2017, I believe it was. So I am quite particular and fond of this maze location. So I am curious to see what they're gonna do here. I think I've heard a lot of rumors for Texas Chainsaw, so I think that's definitely a strong possibility. Now there is what appears to be not a picket fence, but kind of like a really dirty fence. If you look right over there, see? So I wonder what that is. Maybe it's part of the Texas Chainsaw house, perhaps? Okay, so I'm gonna check out the WaterWorld show right now and perhaps catch a glimpse of another rumored HHN maze. As you could kind of see, and as you can see over here, this says the Rose of Sharon. And that's at the top of the HHN maze in one of the locations. So that's definitely interesting. And as I said in the previous video, this maze is rumored to be Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which to me sounds like it is a very strong possibility. I mean, HHN has done Halloween 1, it's done Halloween, the remake, it's done Halloween 4, and they've actually incorporated Halloween 3 into a lot of the previous mazes. So unless for some reason this maze is a mashup of all the Halloween movies, I think for sure it's going to be Season of the Witch. Now, the movie Season of the Witch, the third Halloween movie, wasn't received well in the theaters because it literally has absolutely nothing to do with Michael Myers or Laurie Strode or any of those characters. But it's a really fun film, actually, and I think it would actually make a very good maze. But I guess we will see, hopefully, soon enough.
The future. The polar ice caps have melted, and the continents are deep beneath the waves. The survivors live on these floating fortresses known as atolls in this place called WaterWorld.
Close the gates! Back! Keep up the lookout! Sage! Come help me!
It's good to see you alive. Where have you been?
Boys, get ready! Shoot him! Hey, where are you going? Did I say you could leave? You are dead! Get the girl! Now, pull out! Pull out!
Well, that was so much fun. WaterWorld is just the best show ever. It's so phenomenal. Plus, as you could see, I caught a glimpse of another HHN maze hint. So let's take another look at that, shall we? What do we have here? Now, if you look up really close at the top of that maze, it says the Silver Shamrock on it, which is a total hint because in Halloween 3, the Silver Shamrock is the place that had the 3 masks, which is a big part of Season of the Witch if you've ever seen it. It's Silver Shamrock Novelties, which is the home of the 3 Halloween masks, which is the pumpkin mask, the witch mask, and the skeleton mask. And if you've seen the movie, you know that the 3 masks are a big part of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. So if HHN isn't doing Season of the Witch this year, they're definitely incorporating it into a mashup with the other Halloween movies. But I think based on what I've heard, they're basically doing Halloween 3. So fingers crossed. I definitely look forward to seeing Season of the Witch if it comes to HHN this year. Well, everybody, I think that's going to do it for today. But if you liked my video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for more updates, because I have a lot of theme park content coming up really soon, as well as more HHN updates. Okay, guys, stay safe out there and stay your awesome selves. And perhaps sometime I will see you in the parks. Have a great day. Bye.